Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my Southern Kitchen. Hope all of you are doing well. My name is Ellen. Today, I'm going to share with all of y'all a Southern staple classic, fried green tomatoes. And if y'all are not familiar with green tomatoes are just unripe red tomatoes. You can find them at some grocery stores, also the farmer's market. And my friends, it is so simple and easy to make. The bomb.com delicious, and they're going to be crispy on the outside and tender in the inside. Everybody's going to love and enjoy these. Great to serve as an appetizer or a side dish. And I'll post a complete recipe along with the instructions down below in the description box. Also check out my previous video, Fresh Peach Cobbler. I'll post a link to that down below in the description box. So grab your breadcrumbs, heat up your oil, and slice up your green tomatoes, sugar, because we're about to fry some green tomatoes magic in my Southern kitchen. Here we go. All right, my friends, the first step we're going to do is prep our tomatoes. On my cutting board, I have 4 large green tomatoes. Aren't they pretty? And I rinsed them. So using my bread knife, we're going to cut them into 1/4 of an inch slices. And keep your fingers out the way. Just like that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting the rest of my tomatoes, and I'll bring you back. All right, my friends, I am through cutting my tomatoes, and off camera, I place them onto my cookie sheet that I line with paper towels. Now we're going to season them, and season them will help remove the excess liquid. In my measuring cup, I have 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of white sugar, a 1/2 teaspoon of white pepper, or you can use black pepper, a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And just sprinkle them right on top, like so. So now we're going to let them sit for 15 minutes. And while they're sitting, let's gather up the rest of our ingredients. In one pan, we're going to add in 1 cup of all-purpose flour. So we're going to take our 1 cup measurement and fluff up the flour. And level it off. And voila, perfect cup. And just pour it into the pan. And into our flour, we're going to add in some yummy seasonings. 1 teaspoon each of kosher salt, white pepper, or you can use black, onion powder, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning. And stir until well combined. So now we're going to set it aside. In this pan, we're going to add in 1 extra large egg, 1 cup of buttermilk. You can use store-bought or my homemade buttermilk, and I'll post a link to that recipe down below in the description box, and a few dashes of hot sauce to give it a little kick. Give it a quick stir until it's well blended. Now we're going to set it aside. And in our last pan, we're going to add in 1 cup of regular yellow cornmeal and 1 1/4 cups of Italian-style breadcrumbs. And no need to add any seasonings because the breadcrumbs already have seasonings in it. Stir until well incorporated. Alrighty, everything is good to go. Now it's time to get our tomatoes. Alright, my friends, all the liquid has been removed from the tomatoes. Now it's time to coat them. Here we go. So we're going to take a tomato slice, and we're going to dunk them into the flour mixture. Coat them on both sides. Now into the buttermilk and egg mixture. 1 hand for the wet and 1 hand for the dry. So that way we don't get any clumps. Remove the excess. Now we're going to place them into the breadcrumbs and cornmeal mixture. Coat on both sides. Just like that. So now we're going to place it onto my cutting board. All right, I'm going to go ahead and finish with the rest of my tomatoes, and I'll bring you back. All right, my friends, I am through coating my tomatoes. So now we're going to let them rest for 5 minutes so that way the crust will stay locked in when we fry them. In the meantime, let's heat up some oil. I have my cast iron skillet. We're going to pour in some canola oil, or you can use vegetable oil. You can also deep fry them if you like. And all we do is let the oil get hot. You want to heat it to about 350 degrees. And as soon as the oil gets hot and the tomatoes has rested, I'll bring you back. All right, my friends, the oil's nice and hot and our tomatoes has rested. Now we are ready to fry them. We're going to gently place the green tomatoes into the hot oil. Oh yes, see that sizzle? That's what you want. Perfect. And be careful not to overcrowd the pan, otherwise the temperature of the oil will go down. So now we're going to let them fry for 3 minutes. All right, my friends, it's been 3 minutes. Let's take a look. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Nice and golden brown. They don't take long to fry. Going to flip them over on the other side. Okie dokie. So now we're going to let them finish frying for another 3 minutes. And then I'm going to fry the rest of my green tomatoes. And I'll bring you back. All right, my friends, I am through frying my green tomatoes. Look how nice and golden brown they are. And it smells heavenly up in this kitchen. I have 15 green tomatoes. And off camera, I placed them onto my cookie sheet lined with paper towels and cooling racks to drain the grease. So now I'm about to plate them up and then we'll give it a taste. All right, my friends, I've got my green tomatoes onto my plate. And there's one more thing we got to add to it. A sprinkling of chopped fresh parsley. Just like that. Isn't that gorgeous? And there you have it, my friends. Southern fried green tomatoes. Don't that look good? And I'm serving it with some honey miracle sauce. I'll put the recipe to that down below in the description box. Now it's time for the best part, the tasting. Here we go. I have one right here. Put some honey miracle sauce on it. Look at that. Look at that crust. Have a bite. It's crispy, full of flavor, and the tomatoes are perfectly cooked. And the honey miracle sauce is divine. These are incredible, my friends. Please give this recipe a try. Nothing like fried green tomatoes. This deserves another bite. Yum-o. Fried green tomatoes, licious. My friends, many thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video recipe, please give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And for more Southern magic in my kitchen, hit that subscribe button and click on the bell so that way you'll be notified when my new videos come out. Also, follow me on social media, Facebook, Ellen's Homemade Delights, and Instagram at Ellen Delights. And please send me an email, ellenshomemade.delights@gmail.com. I would love to see your beautiful creations with my recipes. And I'll see y'all on my next video. Let's eat and much love.